More images now from tonight's severe weather aftermath.
Take a look at this picture of this cloud rolling over downtown Cleveland. That is a shelf cloud, the leading edge of the storm air. This was sent in to us by a WKYC viewer who captured it on her phone, and it was around 7 p.m. or so tonight. We have another image of a shelf cloud over downtown Cleveland creeping in. Look how it's rolling in. Isn't that so cool? All the air is being lifted on the front edge of that as the cold air is coming in from behind at the surface. This was captured by the crib cam at the water intake. We have another view of that for you in the storm rolling in there, obviously, and it just kind of, you can see all the street lights come on too, which is another interesting thing to note, because this was well before sunset. So as it got dark, all of a sudden the street lights coming on. A lot of folks dealing with the same scenario.
Yeah, that's fascinating stuff. Now, Lorain County also seeing some pretty impressive clouds about the time the storm started rolling in. This was the scene posted to social media as the storm clouds rolled into downtown Elyria. No major damage so far reported there. And back in Cleveland, a viewer gave us, I know, Betsy, this makes you just cringe. A viewer gave us this video of rising floodwater along West 117th Street. This is along the Cleveland-Lakewood border. You can see the water looks to be several feet deep, and at least one driver got trapped and had to abandon his car. Very dangerous stuff. I mean, it makes you shudder, Betsy, for a good reason why.
It does, and we've had instances here in Northeast Ohio, specifically in the city of Cleveland, when you have an urban environment and you throw a lot of water on top of it. The sewer systems are only built to be able to do so much, and that storm sewer cannot keep up. Mother Nature wins, and that's what we end up having. We get that occasionally on West 117th. It also happens down in the Cultural Gardens area along 55th and MLK Drive.
It happens fast.
It does. So please, folks, stay out of the floodwater. And remember, floodwater is Mother Nature's overflowing toilet. Sorry.
I like that.
It's just a fact.
That was such a good visual.
I played in the floodwater as a kid, and now I just cringe when I think about that. I'm like, how did I survive? All right, let's take a look at what's going on for tomorrow. A whole different story. Temperatures in the 60s. We may have a few lingering showers in the morning, but by afternoon, pleasant conditions, partly cloudy skies, and we will be in the mid-70s. There's the last 6 hours, and what a 6-hour stretch it has been, friends. We tracked these thunderstorms that formed in Michigan, came across the lake, got a little extra punch of some energy, and hit hard along lakeshore areas, and then continued just to slam parts of Northeast Ohio, even prompting a tornado warning in Wayne and Stark counties earlier this evening. For now, though, we are severe clear. All of that is out of here. Not only are we severe clear, all the flood advisories are done. The thunderstorm watch is done. We are completely out of the woods now as far as severe weather alerts go. We're not totally out of the woods, though, as far as rain goes. We still have a few of these isolated little showers around northern Ohio, but the humidity is going to be with us tonight all the way until we start to import some drier air from the northwest. That will be coming behind a cold front. But boy, there is a look at the early roundup of storm reports from the National Weather Service. And if we just kind of query a couple of these, specifically a lot coming in here in Cuyahoga County, I think there's just folks who know to report this, and whether it's called into police or they report it directly to the National Weather Service, we seem to always have a clustering of reports here. We had widespread damage across northern Ohio. That one there in northern Ashley County just popped in, but Fairport Harbor bore the brunt of the wind, 81-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That was clocked. That was an actual observation by the buoy just off of Fairport Harbor. They had tons of damage in that area earlier this evening. Farther to the west in New London, that is in southeastern portions of Huron County, a few downed trees and power outages reported in the New London area. That time was estimated by radar. Parma got hit hard with heavy rain and hail. We had golf ball sized hail reported in many areas from North Olmsted through West Park, Fairview Park, and over into Parma, and several inches of flowing water across the intersection of South Gateway and North Aikens in North Royalton. So the flooding threat was really primed, and now it should start to recede. That round of thundery weather is out of here, and we actually have cooler, drier air that is moving in as we get into the weekend. At least drier, Next week, then, notice that line goes back up. We have a huge change that is coming as far as our jet stream setup goes. So first, we get the cool air that filters in. This is great news for the weekend. I think we have a gorgeous weekend coming. Sunday, we're kind of still locked in things, but we start to see that pattern shifting. By Tuesday now, you can see a pretty dramatic change in how things look, but look by the time we hit the end of next week. That jet stream goes way north. The heat dome that's been trapped in the southwestern part of the country begins to move, and we see our temperatures going up. Here's your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast for tomorrow in the 70s. Early clouds giving way to mostly sunny skies by late day. I think we're going to have a lot of chop on the water tomorrow of the nearshore Lake Erie waters, so be advised we may have some small craft advisory conditions. Next 7 days, remember that jet stream going to be moving? Look what it does to your Union Home Mortgage forecast. Temperatures begin to climb. That humidity going up may pop a few isolated thunderstorms early next week, but the heat gets here and stays here. We're going to hold on to temperatures around 90 through late next week. It's not until next weekend that we may see those temperatures coming down.
All right. Thanks, Betsy.